Hello my beauties and welcome to my channel. Today another review roundup. So if you want to see, well, what I'm going to talk about and my thoughts on them, my final judgment, you just have to keep on watching. Okay guys, another review roundup. It has been a while. And I really needed to film another one. So what I did is I pulled the last 3 get ready with me's that I did using new makeup. I checked what I used and what I didn't mention in the 2 monthly favorites that came after, and everything that came out of that is in front of me now, just so you know. So let's just well, get through some stuff. I don't know in what kind of order I am going. Why are you? Let's start with 2 products that I have done reviews on, and I'm going to mention them real quick. That's the Destiny palette by Certifey and the Revolution Reloaded Iconic Division. I'm not going to talk about those 2 because I have full reviews on them, which I will link somewhere if I don't forget. So that is that. Those are out of the way. Let's go with order of what is oldest actually, and that is the Catrice banana powder that I have here. That's this one. It's a loose powder. I really like the Nude Illusion from Catrice, which is their translucent powder. And to be honest, I'm not really impressed with this one, but I also don't really use it a ton. My skin type is normal to dry, and I am older, so I don't want a shitload of powder on my face. If I use too much powder underneath my eyes, it dries out my skin and it just doesn't look pretty. So to be honest, it doesn't really do a lot for me except set my foundation. I don't see any brightening effect because I think I use too little of this. I don't bake underneath my eyes, because if I do that, I look very, very old, very, very quickly, and I don't want that. So yeah, it's okay for me. I will use it up, but it is not something that I think that you need to go out and buy real fast. That is just a little bit on the, well, Catrice banana powder. If you have this, let me know down in the comment section what your experiences with it are. So that is that one. That can go to the side. So the Essence I Need a Miracle mascara, to be totally honest with you, I haven't reached for this a ton. And that is also because I have some other mascaras. I have one that I got in a box that I'm trying out. I have the Lash Princess, which I really like. So actually I keep forgetting this one. And that kind of says enough. It didn't blow me away, otherwise I would just keep reaching for it over and over again. Granted, I do wear falsies almost every day, so I really don't need a very volumizing mascara, but I do like it for days when I'm not wearing falsies. No, I know it's not often, but sometimes I don't wear falsies. So yeah, I will just use this up, and it is just a black mascara. It's not really bad, but it is also not really blowing me away. If you have this one, let me know down in the comment section what your experience with it is. So we have that one. Yeah, I told you the Destiny palette I did a review on. I have my list here from old to new. The I Heart Revolution Mermaid Lips in Siren, that's this one. It is a liquid lipstick. It dries down completely. It stays all freaking day. It doesn't really dry out my lips. I do use a hydrating lip balm underneath. I always do that, so I have to say that. The only thing that bummed me about this one is if I put it on, you have that gorgeous metallic sheen, and when it dries down that disappears, and I'm actually kind of bummed about that. So yeah, this says a metallic mermaid lips, but when it dries down it's not metallic anymore. I think that's a shame because I freaking love this like it is now. But if you don't like that, and that is the reason that you haven't purchased one of the metallics, I have this one and I have another color. this one, which is more of a dark blue. This is the one in deep sea. Same thing with this one. If it dries down, it's not metallic anymore. But otherwise, they are great. I love the colors. I love the way they stay. So I can recommend these. But yeah, if you're going for metallic finish, these aren't it. If you don't like a metallic finish, try them. I like them a lot. So we have those, yes. I have the HD Amplified palette by Revolution, yeah. I have it on today, as you can see. The first time that I used it, I was like, oh, it's nice. And then I went looking for it a little bit closer, and you have glitter shades in here. So if you don't like that, I thought I didn't, but I actually do. So these are not really glittery. So these are not really glittery. That's Golden Kiss, Prismatic Kiss, Mint Kiss and Glow Kiss. Those are not really glittery. They are very, very pretty though. Let me clean my fingers. Of course they won't come off. However, Champagne Kiss, I don't think you can see it. No, when I swatch Champagne Kiss, you don't see the glitter particles, but it has them, and I don't think that I can show you on camera. These two have, especially this one, has more glitter particles in it. And at first I was like, oh, I don't like that. Maybe you can see it if I do it on my hand. I don't think so. But when you really, well, buff it into your skin, it's really pretty. And then you get that wet look. And how I apply that, I just take a brush, maybe something like this. It doesn't really matter. I apply it, work it into my skin a little bit. Then I take a fan brush and I just go over it like this. So I buff it, I pull it back, and you actually kind of wipe away those glitter particles, because I don't really want glitter particles on my face. But I do really like, well, the look of it. So I am very happy that I have this palette. It was free for me with a purchase. The only negative thing I have to say about it is, god darn it, it is so freaking big. So yeah, maybe I can deep pan it. I'm sorry for the shine, I don't know, because I really like this one as an inner corner highlight, the Minty Kiss. I have the Champagne Kiss on today, but I do like them. Only this is just too huge. I did buy a smaller one, which is also really, really pretty. But yeah, I like them. I really like the highlighters that are in here. I don't know if I can get them separately. If you, this is, by the way, this is the Glow Getter. They have two. This is the Glow Getter palette. And yeah, I really like the colors in here. But again, it is just so big. And I have quite a bit of space to work with. But still, when I grab this, it is just a huge palette. It is even bigger than, oh no, it's a tiny bit bigger than the Emily Wants edition, which is also freaking huge. So yeah, the only negative thing I have to say about this is that it is just so freaking big. But otherwise, I actually think this is a good product. Again, let me know if you have it. Primark foundation tube. Oh yeah, I have already talked about the foundation stick from Revolution, which doesn't work for me. And to be honest, I am still sometimes trying it out to see what my skin does, because I am using a tretinoin cream and my skin is changing. So yeah, so far no luck. But the next one, this was in my 6th Get Ready With Me, that I used the foundation stick. I wiped it off and I put this one on. And this one is my Perfect Color, Perfect Finish Foundation, Medium Coverage, Semi Matte Finish with Vitamin E from the Primark. And I told you in that Get Ready With Me that I thought it was really nice and that I would do a review on it. Well, the review ain't coming. Oh. I also said that it had a very perfumey scent. It's very, very fragranced. And that is the reason that I will not be doing a review with this one, because if I do a review with a foundation, I wear it at least a full week, every day. So I can see how my skin reacts to this. I used this that day in the Get Ready With Me. I used it the day after. And when I went to take my makeup off the second day, I was like, oh, my skin isn't feeling that nice. The next morning, I could see that my skin didn't like something. I could feel it in my skin that my skin wasn't happy. And it was this one. When I put it on again, it stung my skin, so I immediately wiped it off again, and I haven't touched it since. So if you are sensitive to fragrances in skincare, this is not for you. So I am not going to test this one out further, because my skin just doesn't like it, and I don't want to irritate my skin any more than it has to. Well, I actually don't want to irritate my skin. Oh yeah. Now it has dried down, the lipstick, and you can see it is matte. So it dries down matte. And it has a slight sheen in it, but it's not as metallic as when you first put it on, just so you know. So yeah, this one for me is a fail. I will not be reaching for this one. Maybe I will give it away to someone with a less sensitized skin than mine. But for me, no. It is not, I do not recommend this. It's just, no. Okay. What do I have now? Yes, the last Get Ready With Me that I did, I got some new brushes. And that's these three. This one is from Wet n Wild. It's their P55. And yes, I used it this morning for my foundation. I really, really like this brush. This is more, it's not really a buffing brush. I use this like this. So I go like this to move the product, and sometimes I can do a little bit of circles, but usually I just go and actually press and drag a little bit, and that is how I use this brush. I really like this brush. I like the handle, I like the weight to it, and I like how soft it is and how nicely it applies my foundation. So I'm happy, and I can definitely recommend this brush. The next brush that I tried in that Get Ready With Me is this one from Beauties shop. It is their tapered blending, and I didn't know what to do with that brush then, and I still kind of don't. It is, I can use it to buff here, but it is actually, I don't know, too big. Maybe I can use it underneath my eye. I can try that. But I haven't reached for this because it is just too big for me. I would have preferred it would have been half. Something like that. Because for me it's just, I just don't really know what to do with this, to be honest. So yeah, this one I got free with an order as well, but Beauties shop has their own brush line. If you have this brush, please let me know how you use it, because I just, no, it isn't, yeah, well, yeah. If all my brushes are dirty, maybe I will grab this one, but it's not one that I gravitate towards simply because of the shape, because it is soft, but it's just the shape that I don't know what to do with. Next one that I have is that new sponge tip, and this is a really small one, and you can remove the head. It came with 4 new heads, which I really like. This one is from Elite Models, and I like it. It's a small sponge tip, and what I like most about that is the fact that I can get into my inner corner with this one. So it's even, I use it more often than this one. This one was my old one, which is softer, but it's also wider, as you can see. And this one is just, it's just old. I used it a ton, it's old, and I need to throw it away, but I actually want to keep it because of the tiny brush on the other side. It came with a Rimmel eyeshadow palette. But yeah, I really love this, and I love using sponge tips for shimmers and all that kind of goodness. So yeah, if you like sponge tips, this one from Elite Models, I'm very happy that I have it. So I highly recommend that one. So those were the brushes. Oh yeah, the sponges. What happened? I really like these sponges, but I don't know what happened, because I don't know if you can see here. It is starting to, I don't know. Granted, they were $2.50 for two, but still. But I'm actually sad about that, because I really like this one in particular. It has been used. It was in my I need to wash it bag, and this one is nice as well. But I'm not really a fan of this shape. I do like this part, but I like this shape better, because then I can really get into my inner corner. But they are just fantastic. They are really soft. If you wet them, they grow quite big, actually, bigger than my beauty blender. So yeah, I am really happy with these, and I will definitely repurchase. They also had a set which was, I think, €10 for, I don't know, 10 sponges or something like that. And maybe I will try that one as well, because if it's the same as this one, I'm very happy. Again, the only thing that I'm bummed about is that it is kind of breaking up here. And I use the Beauty Blender Solid Cleanser to cleanse them, because for me that is still the best sponge cleanser that I have found. Oh yeah, I need to wash you too, so go there. So I highly recommend those. The Catrice Concealer, yes, I have it here. The Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer from Catrice in the color 007 Natural Rose. If you look at it, it is more yellow. It's not really rosy for me. I do like the concealer though. I do like it. It is not, is it high coverage? Maybe. Not as high as I would like it to be honest. I'm not wearing it today though, because I actually forgot I'm wearing a different one. But I really like it. I don't know if it's waterproof, but it doesn't dry out my under eyes. And does it last 12 hours? I haven't tested that yet. And not a lot of concealers last 12 hours on me. So yeah, but the main thing is it doesn't dry out my eyes. So I like that. And yeah, if you look in my description box for the makeup that I use, you see that I have used it a lot. I really like it. I rotate. I have a few concealers that I rotate, and this is one of my favorites at the moment. So yeah, it's really cheap and I recommend. Next up is the Maybelline, the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder in color 115. This is the pressed powder. It's a powder. Yeah, what can I say about it? It doesn't blur for me. It doesn't make me poreless, but nothing will make me poreless because I'm human. I have pores. But yeah, it's okay. It's not one that I'm reaching for a ton at the moment, but it is nice. I can set my foundation with it. I can set my concealer with it. Although I do have to say that for my concealer, I have found that I like a bit more of a sticky powder, waxy, not really a waxy powder, but the powder is then a little bit more fatty, if that makes any sense. But that doesn't dry my eyes out as much. And which powder I am using, you will see in my monthly favorites, which will be up next week or the week after that or something like that. But yeah, it's nice. Will I repurchase? I don't think so. You know, yeah, it is nice that it's a pressed powder, which is handy. It doesn't make a mess, but I don't know. It's okay. I'm not. Yeah, it's okay. Do you need to get out, run out and get it? No, I don't think so. I like the Catrice loose powders better, to be honest, than this one. Yeah, so it's yeah. It's not really a fail, but it's not great either. Next up, oh yeah, the blush boxes. I had this one new, which is just, I'm going to talk about the color Golden Coral. I have it on today. It is a really nice, soft, peachy color. It is a matte, and I like it It has a little bit more of a sheen, so I just put a little bit of highlighter on top of it. I really like it. I really like the color. I love the formula. I have 3 of them now. And yeah, if you see them in store, I definitely recommend. I like them. They stay on really nicely. I do have to say that this coral one, this peachy one, fades quicker than, for instance, the burgundy one that I have, but that is more darker, so maybe that is it as well. I like it. I highly recommend. I like them. Okay. Smashbox primer. Oh yeah, that was a thingy. In my 3 looks 1 palette with the Revolution Reloaded Iconic Division, the first look I did, I tested out the Smashbox primer. I paired it against the Catrice eye primer that I use a lot. The Catrice one won. What I found was, is it a bad primer? Definitely not. But when I compared it to the Catrice primer, the Catrice one I had on this eye, the Smashbox on this eye, the eye that my left eye, which I used the Catrice primer, just looked nicer. The Smashbox side looked patchier. I had more trouble blending out the shadows, and it did all kind of weird things on my eye. Maybe I used too much that day, I don't know. Today I am using the Catrice one again, because yeah, I have a sample here and I will use it up, but I will not go out and get it when the sample is done, because I think that my Catrice primer is better than my Smashbox 24-hour primer, to be totally honest with you. So yeah, I don't know. It is if you have the Smashbox primer, let me know down below how you feel about it, but I just think, I don't know, I'm not blown away with it. I had actually higher hopes for it because it was more expensive, and sometimes more expensive just means in my head better. Sometimes it just does. But no, I like my Catrice primer better. I do want to test out the Urban Decay one, so maybe I need to see if I can get my hands on a sample of that one, so I can try that one. But yeah, if I have to choose between the Smashbox and the Catrice, I like the Catrice better. I will show you what it looks like. It's a tube, and it is it backwards? Yes, it is back. Oh no, yes, it is backwards. I'm sorry. It just says Catrice Eye Foundation Waterproof Eyeshadow Primer Matte. That's the one I have, and I love it. So yeah, the Smashbox primer, it's okay. It holds on to my shadows, but I'm not really blown away, to be honest. So that was that. Iconic Division, I have a review on. I told you. The Sosu London lashes from Primark. I freaking love those lashes. Unfortunately, I broke them. I was a bit too rigorously and too rough pulling my glue off, and I just pulled one in half. So that's a shame. But I freaking love those lashes. Now, I don't live very close to a Primark. We have to drive, I think, 30 minutes or something like that for the Primark. When I am at Primark again next time, I'm getting Sosu London lashes again, the Style London, because I freaking love those. Today I have on the Demi Wispies from Ardell, which I like as well. The Milan ones from Sosu are pretty, but they are sometimes a little bit too dramatic. And the London style was just perfect in between. A little bit dramatic, but not too dramatic. So I'm really bummed that I broke them. They cost €6 for me. And again, when I'm back at Primark, I will repurchase. Just so you know. They come in a golden packaging. And they have all sorts of styles. So maybe I will try some different styles of that one. And the last thing that I have to talk about is the Clinique Pop Matte Passion Pop. The mini. I'm holding it like this because otherwise this is a silver part and it will blind you very, very much. I like it. I like the color. It is kind of, I don't know what kind of red it is. It is a red, as you can see here, but it is, maybe it is more of a neutral because it is not really blue. It is not really yellow. It's just in the middle. And I like the formula. I also have the one in Graffiti Pop, which is a bit more pink. It's also a mini. That one is a little bit more matte and it stays all day. This one is a little bit more, stays a little bit more creamy and has more of a satin finish, but it also lasts a really long time and it's so freaking comfortable. It's so comfortable. Granted, this is also pretty pricey because for the mini I paid, I think it was €8. So it's pretty pricey for a lipstick for me, but it is worth it. And I don't know if I will ever get full sizes. Maybe I will in the future if there's a color that I really, really love and that I'm like, I'm going to wear that every freaking day, then maybe I will get a full size. But I'm happy that I have 2 of these minis and I really love this color. So if you can get your hands on the Graffiti Pop line, I highly recommend. That was it for me, I think. Yeah, the makeup that I have on my face today is listed down in the description box. I did film this look. I don't know if it is up yet. If it is, I will link it underneath the cards, but it is just my everyday wearable colorful look. So look for that and then you will see how I create this soft everyday wearable colorful look. But yeah, this was my review roundup of I think October and September then. Yeah, maybe you will see some products in my favorites as well. Doesn't really matter, not everyone watches those. So yeah, this was it. Let me know down in the comment section if you have any of these products. Everything I talked about today will also be listed down below in my description box. And I hope I don't forget to mention the colors, because sometimes I do that. But that was it for me, for my review roundup. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Then also, if you're clicking buttons anyway, click the bell. I don't know if it's working right now because YouTube is doing some weird things again and I'm not sure what is happening at the moment. But then you know that you have done everything that you can possibly do to get notified of my next upload, which will be very soon. For now, I am signing off. I wish you all a great day and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye guys.